All right, so we're just gonna run with it. Man, it's a beautiful day. This is Arvada Dog Park, and it's one of my favorite places to take Shiloh. He's got wide open spaces to run, and there's a nice little loop where I can walk and get some exercise, or just sit on the park bench and check out the mountains. So definitely a cool joint. If you're in Denver and you got a dog, check it out. But this video today is kind of about my purpose. And I was driving home from work, and I had a conversation with my coworker at lunch. And it just kind of was on my mind that, I don't have a real clear path defined with this YouTube channel. I come from a sales and business background, and so clearly, there's if you're going to do this for a living, then there's got to be some direction towards what the content you're creating and how that's going to translate into a business down the road. And I see so many YouTubers that I follow, and people that curate amazing followings of 50, 60,000 people and greater, 200, 300,000. And it's almost like they're afraid to let people know that the point of the channel is to turn it into a cash flow. And, you see all these people on the internet just roasting people about being e-beggars and blah blah blah. I'm like, two things. First of all, I have like the most baby of baby YouTube channels ever, and I'm blown away at the amount of work it actually takes, not just to create a video or edit it. I mean, I use an iPhone with zero editing skills, so one day that'll change, but like even with that setup, it's a considerable amount of time and effort. So, but I'm not here to justify that. The point that I'm trying to make is that it's been on my mind, being a fairly savvy business person in general, that I don't have a clear value proposition for the channel. At least I haven't conveyed that to my subscribers in any meaningful way, in my opinion. I think that a lot of people are here or subscribe to the channel because of the RV videos and just the fact that I'm doing something unique and weird and different, and that's totally cool. But I've noticed a trend of people, successful YouTubers, and I was watching this video about these diet and lifestyle people, and it dawned on me that some people can get trapped by the concept of their channel and almost get locked into like feeling like maybe they have to live that lifestyle or eat that diet forever, because then you've got this incredible fan base that knows you for a particular thing, and if you deviate from that, well, it's not a very good business move. And I wondered, man, that could be a real trap for growth. And like, just say something didn't work out for you, are you supposed to just perpetuate that in the interest of your viewers, or are you supposed to kind of adapt and be nimble? So I had all these things running through my head, and what's been on my mind for damn near a year is just, what value am I truly trying to give back to the people that watch my videos? The things that come to the top of my mind are, one, I'm an explorer by nature. I love to find new things and to just be outside. And when I crafted the name Adventure Spirit 1, it came with two reasonings behind it. One is I'm an adventurous spirit. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Like from a branding perspective, or just for people to know who I am or what my channel's about. But the other side is super deep, and it's something that I haven't really wanted to share publicly because YouTube's a weird space. Let me just step back for a second. When I created this channel, if I could tell you for how long I've been intrigued by the possibilities of the internet, been intrigued by the fact that there's never been a platform or an avenue to reach as many people as there is today with the internet. I used to do retail sales, and I remember it was like 2010, I'm in Florida sitting on my couch, and I was so hating my job, hating my life. I hated going to the retail store, and I'd been doing it for like a decade. And I remember thinking, my God, if I could just get some interest on the internet. There's just millions and millions of people in the world, and if they're buying a product from me, then I only need to create this many people of interest, and to me, the pool that you could reach on the internet was so unfathomably huge as compared to, say, opening a brick and mortar business where I'm reliant on, you know, the people around me to walk in my store and buy my product. So I thought I've just always been fascinated by how cool and unique it is that we can be as weird as we want, create whatever product we want, whatever content we want, and there is a handful of people in the world that want to connect with you and want to share that. So this has been resonating with me for a really long time. I have wanted and dreamed of a way to be an entrepreneur through the internet for at least that long. So we'll say at least 8 years. But dude, if I could tell you how many times I've started a website, paid $50-100, got a template, tried to write a blog, wrote articles, looked at them and been like, dude, that's shit. You're not a writer. You're not good enough. You don't have enough money to keep up with the recurring fees, blah, 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 blah. Like every single time I've started anything on the web, I lose hope and I just have bailed. So, you know, the reason I picked up YouTube, quite frankly, was because the platform is already there. It's free. Anybody can do it. You just make a login. And if you really have to, in order to get going, you can do it with your smartphone. I have a smartphone. So while I don't have any professional equipment and I don't, you know, I'm teaching myself video editing as we go, and my video edits are like super basic and whatnot. But the point is I could get going. I could actually start creating something, anything. And I spent some time last night just looking over my channel and all the videos I've done, and what a flipping ride, man. Like, one of my favorite things lately is to go to the YouTubers I love and then hit the sort button by oldest videos and go back and look at the stuff they did like 5 to 8, 10 years ago. Holy crap. It really makes you feel good about what you're doing. It also puts some perspective into how long and how much effort it truly takes to build a true audience that could really be considered any kind of entrepreneurial effort or audience that you could do anything with. So yeah, that's a little backstory, but going back to what I've been reluctant to share, you know, a lot of my videos kind of allude to some of the things I've been dealing with when I was on the pursuit for minimalism and looking for another way to live, a different way to live, getting in the RV, quitting my jobs and taking risks, just really trying to figure out who I am and understand what I want out of life is really the message that's getting conveyed there, but I don't come out and say it. And so while I don't really know what the value proposition is in the future, what I can offer today and what I want to offer everyone is hope. If I'm just super vulnerable and straight with the internet, holy shit, I can't believe I'm saying that or doing that. It's so scary. But the truth is, I've had a really difficult life the last, as long as I can remember. And I don't say that to try and garnish a pity party. I'm actually in a time in my life of great improvement and really opening my self-understanding up, and I'd say predominantly positive, but it's taken me this long, at least a year of trying to make videos, to just get the nuts to tell you guys, tell the people that watch these videos, that a huge driving factor for that is the incredible amount of pain and just discontent and depression, to be real, that I've dealt with, and it's kind of accumulated over the years. Maybe I'll make another video sometime just detailing the gory, not so great stuff about that story, but you know, things have been really hard, and even pursuing living in the RV has not really been all that I thought it would be. I've learned a lot, and I've learned a lot about expectations I had that didn't come true, and I've just learned a lot, and not all of it's bad. There's a lot of good. There's a lot about what I'm doing that I really, really enjoy. That's absolutely driving me to the next step and the next level. And that's what's so exciting, is this form of expression on YouTube and being able to open up to people and hear their feedback. And trust me, I've gotten some comments that really discourage me and make me want to quit. And it's just like, who are you freaks that just have the balls to be so mean and negative on the internet when someone's laying it all out there and, you know, trying to take a big step forward? It just, people's insensitivities blow my mind. But I hope what I'm inspiring you guys to do, or not even to do, I hope what I'm inspiring or getting going is just a feeling and sense of hope. You know, I don't think I've ever experienced anything worse, truly nothing worse than feeling hopeless and alone. And alone is something I've been a lot in my life, but not so much hopeless. That's not really depression. And that's something that has been, you know, that I've dealt with over the last few years. That, I mean, I used to scoff at it. I used to be like, it's bullshit, people that are depressed, you know, pull yourself out, it's ridiculous. And, you know, maybe I went through that stuff and I'm still going through different kinds of phases just to become a better person and become more compassionate and empathetic for those that are really hurting. But, you know, I was born with something lucky. I'm a Capricorn, and I don't know why, but I'm incredibly stubborn. I mean, like, it's like either discipline or just sheer stubbornness. But either way, I have this resilience and rebellion that I just don't want to fucking give up, you know? I even in my worst moments where I have experienced true hopelessness and I did need other people to pull me out of that, I really did. It didn't take long before this little voice crept up in me that was just like, no, you know, you're not going down and you're never ever gonna lay down to that. And I heard these really inspiring words recently that stuck in my head. This lady, she said, you're still here. You're still here and you have another day. I can't remember how it went, but it, you know, that's the point. You're still here. I'm still here. And in these moments of not being able to find a single damn thing to be grateful for, like, what is the point of living? What's the point of life? In those lowest of moments, there's always something you can fall back on, and that's just the fact that you woke up today, that your eyes are open. And even if you're ill and you're missing a leg or your family member just died, I mean, I've experienced death in my family. I've experienced death by people around me, loss, pain, physical illness. I've been battling all kinds of not feeling well for quite a while, to be real. Got me into some trouble with drugs and alcohol, and you know, all of that came from a place of just wanting to feel better. And my mother pointed that out to me recently, and she's right. It's always just been a desire to feel better. And so the value proposition I have today is just hope. You know, anytime I see somebody that is truly enjoying their life and prospering, it means that by the laws of nature and the laws of existence, that must also be possible for me. That must also be possible for you. So I hope these videos inspire you to keep going and pressing through, no matter how shitty and hard things get. I got these 2 tattoos a long time ago to represent each one of my sisters. And the attitude I had at the time was, you know, rock and roll, man, stay rock and roll. But, you know, I knew I was partying so hard and just being dangerous enough. I did want to remind myself that there's always somebody that loves you. And you don't have to have sisters for that. You don't have to have tattoos for that. There's always somebody out there that cares and loves you. And if that person is just me, then it's just me. But there's hope, man, and woman. So I hope that inspires you. Love y'all. Peace.